Business from the City Council. These will be reports, starting with Councilmember Titwell.
Couple of weeks. Okay, we had a couple of workshops while we were out. We had the National Network. We also had the special workshop with the Regional Waste Management last week, and that was open to the public, so it was a good viewing there. We also had the National Night Out, which was a great evening of visiting several neighborhoods. Had a good time, great food, great conversation. Great people out there, so really enjoyed that night. I think LAFCO was canceled, and that was about it. Really, we had a slow month with the summer months, so.
All right.
That's all.
Thank you very much. Moving on to Councilmember Dukes.
Just a couple things to report. Obviously, the National Night Out a couple weeks ago in lieu of our City Council meeting. It's always a pleasure to get out into the committee or the community and to meet with the citizens and answer their questions and ride along with the police and especially in today's atmosphere across the country where police are being targeted on many levels. It's good to be in a community where there still is respect for our police department and the personnel that keep us safe. And so it's good to go out and be a part of that and to answer questions for the community. I had the Sutter Butte Flood Control Agency meeting last Wednesday. Nothing really to report out of that. Mosquito vector meeting last Thursday. We do have one human case of West Nile virus in Yuba County to report. There are 10 in the state. There are a few open cases at this point, but nothing has been confirmed yet. And that's all I have to report at this time.
All right. Moving on to Councilmember Cashgill.
I do want to also echo that the National Night Out I thought was great. Walking and visiting with a lot of different neighborhoods. You get to find out what's going on in what neighborhood. We heard stuff anywhere from street racing, and depends on what area you were, street racing, to homeless issues, to which I thought was kind of strange, was somebody was telling us that two gentlemen and lady was knocking on their door in the middle of the night and wanted them to open the door because they said that their cell phone was tracked them inside this house. So open the door, we need our cell phone. And they said, no, we're not going to open the door. They said, if you don't open the door, we're going to call the police. Yeah, so the person inside is, well, I've got the police on the line. So I mean, it just tells you that, no matter where you are, you may think you're safe, but you never want to open up doors to any strangers that you don't know. But we did get a lot of thank yous to the police officers from a lot of the citizens, thanking the police officers for a wonderful job they do for protecting and serving us. And I thought that was very, very nice to show their support, their appreciation. A lot of great food, a lot of great people. So I thought it was done very, very nice. We did have the Sutter Butte Flood Control Agency meeting. Fortunately, I was out of town for the whole week, bank meetings in Seattle. So I was unable to make it, but I'm sure, Mr. Mayor, you were able to cover in my absence. So I'll leave that to you. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Moving on to Vice Mayor Cleveland.
Thank you. Had a Gil Sizer meeting. It was a bit short. Was unable to hold the closed session because the city members council members had a conflict, so it was going to have to be the 3-county. I think they had that today at 4 o'clock. Then we had the Regional Waste Management workshop, and one of the things that I gathered is it seems like that our meeting here was the most, the best meeting they'd had, because most of the others had been a bit volatile at times. In fact, the one they had that morning, I heard through the grapevine that there was some vitriol and some was pretty tough on the presentation. But we were able to give some strong questions, requests, and direction for them to bring back to us to consider and have good information for the public. We did have August 1st, FRACMID, Feather River Air Quality Management District, had a meeting there. And we did a lot of budget items and discussions. And then, of course, August 2nd, in lieu of, our meeting, National Night Out. I was able to go into a completely different area of the city, beat one rather than my area, and get a different perspective of the issues that they have compared to where I live. We promoted the YC 311 that people can call and, get on the computer or on their phone and report things to the city. And I have been hearing good things about that app because the results and action has been very quickly done on the requests. Things that used to fall through the cracks because of just getting from department and information is not occurring at this time. So everybody's very happy. And I know that at the fairgrounds we had this last week or week and a half our own booth there for the Yuba City, and that was one of the talks that they had there, and people were very pleased to know that we've done that change and they will be using it. Other than that, you saw me with a cane. Something broke loose behind my right knee, so neurosurgeon is going to have to get in there and probably repair it, and that's why I have a cane. That's it.
All right. Moving on, I guess, to my report. I'm walking fine.
Not talking so well this earlier, but
Who knows? It must have been something I ate earlier.
Chinese food.
Maybe. All right. I attended a number of meetings for SACOG down in Sacramento. Specifically, 2 meetings since we last were together for the government relations and the administrative arm for SACOG, and looking at a number of things moving forward down there. Primarily, we were adjusting some budget numbers for the different expenditure accounts, and then also authorizing a little bit of some policy more directed at the projects that were put behind schedule by the California Transportation Commission with delaying funding. So that policy change now allows for movement of federal money to fill the gap for the state money until the state money can repay the federal money. So that was one large action that came about. Also down at SACOG, these running back and forth down there, we're also interviewing and trying to locate on a national search a new CEO, as Mr. McKeever will be retiring on December 31st, and we hope to have a new CEO down there in place by right around the 1st of November, so we can have a little bit of cross-pollination of information between the old and the incoming. But we had an extremely talented group of about 35 people nationally apply for that position. National Night Out was a great time. I got to ride with the canine, Yuba City's only canine officer, and dog, and it was I got to ride in the front seat, which was good because the dog appeared to be kind of hungry. But we went to a number of different locations, and the dog did the handler and dog did some demonstrations at different locations, and the handler thought it would be great to get me into a bite suit and let the dog bite me, but I politely declined that, and so an officer stood in and did that. Once I saw what his arm looked like, I was appreciative of the fact that I had good common sense to say no. But anyway, that was a great hit out there with everyone. You also noticed throughout the city that the 311, there's some informational signs going up on streetlights all over the city. They have a great appearance. There will be also some messaging that will be out with those. Attended in Cash's stead, I attended the Sutter Buttes Flood Control Agency meeting, and the action taken out of that was fairly minimal, but gained a great deal of of information in the 2 weeks preceding your absence, because he knew he was going to be gone, just getting filled in on some of the recent developments that had occurred and some of the settlements being made with the Auburn Indian tribe. Also, the Gilsizer meeting that we had very little action. I think we had approved their basic budget changes and things like that. So that was all. And tonight, I'm going to.
Nice. Have one item
No,
that I
you already
forgot to bring.
you had your opportunity.
I am bringing it back. Really quick, just as a reminder, if you haven't seen this, the next community forum that I'm holding is August 30th at Boyd Hall, and it's on internet safety, cyberbullying, and sexting. So it's a forum that's continued from last time. So we'll have the FBI agent, and he's actually going to be talking a little bit more extensive compared to last time. So it's a great forum. It's being passed around to all the students and parents, and we'll be continuing to notify families. So we're expecting a lot of information this night. It's a 2-hour forum, so lots of information. So pass the word and make sure that students and parents are getting out there.
And I'm going to adjourn tonight's meeting in honor of my mother. It's her birthday today. She turned 89.
Yay.
Meeting adjourned.